All right, welcome to School of Chemistry. I'm still there, your chemistry teacher. Today we'll be looking at IUPAC Nomenclature of Organic Compounds. Now, IUPAC stands for what? International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. It's a union that guards the affairs of chemistry. They're in charge. Now, nomenclature simply means naming. So how do we name organic compounds? Before we go into it, first of all, I want us to understand the tetravalency of carbon. The tetravalency of carbon. Carbon is tetravalent, meaning it has 4 electrons in the outermost shell, because its atomic number is 6. So majorly, compounds of carbons are covalent in nature because they will rather go into sharing of electron than what? Transferring of electron, simply because it is halfly filled orbital and it is stable. So, like in the formation of a compound like methane, a hydrogen atom will share 1 electron with the carbon atom, a second hydrogen atom will share an electron, a third hydrogen atom will share the electron, and the fourth will donate electron and they will share. Now, we are maintaining 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The octet structure for carbon is attained, while also here, each of the hydrogen atom has attained the duplex structure, and that is how the methane molecule is formed and is what? Stable. So anywhere in this organic chemistry class, as we proceed, you must know that the compounds of carbon, in anywhere you find carbon, it must have 4 bonds. 4 bonds, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. If the double bonds are present, you must ensure that after these double bonds, every other bond coming will only add up to make up 4. There's double bond here now, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now there's single bond, 1, 2, 3, 4. We are maintaining what? The tetravalency, that is 4 bonds. Now, what of the case of triple bond? We have 1, 2, 3 now. This carbon is having 3 bonds already. 1, 2, 3. So you can only take 1 more bond. This one is having 1, 2, 3. So you can only take what? 1 more bond. And in that case, the tetravalency of what? Carbon is maintained. And anyway you are dealing with this tetravalency of carbon, the carbon atom, make sure the bonds can neither be more than 4 nor less than 4. Anyway you see carbon atom, that tetravalency must be maintained in this organic chemistry class. Now, in naming organic compounds, first, you have to know that the names for each of the type of compounds you are naming. A compound that has 1 carbon, we'll call it met. A compound that has 2 carbon is et. 3 carbon, prop. 4 carbon, but. 5 carbon, pent. 6 carbon, hex. 7 carbon, hept. 8 carbon, oct. 9 carbon, non. And 10 carbon, dec. So this is how you'll be naming every other compound in every other organic compound from this name. A compound that contains 1 carbon is a met, 2 carbon et, 3 carbon prop, 4 carbon but, 5 carbon pent, 6 carbon hex, and so on and so forth till you get to dec. Now let's look at the alkane series. In the alkane series, all in naming them is just to take the type of carbon, the number of carbon atom present, and add the ANE to this name. Now, if it is 1 carbon atom that is present in the alkane series, you know alkanes only have carbon-carbon single bond. So if it is 1 carbon that is present with single bond, it's going to be what? Met, and then you add your ane, and you call it what? Methane. And this is the structure for what? Methane. If it is 2 carbon, it's going to be what? Et. Then you add ane, it becomes what? Ethane. 2 carbon compound in the alkane series. Remember, you are maintaining the tetravalency of carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4. One carbon, one bond is already, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. This is your what? Ethane. A 3-carbon compound, prop, and you add your ane, it becomes propane. Now you have 1, 2, 3. This 3 carbon, and then you're going to have the tetravalency of carbon. 1, 2, 3. Now this carbon has 4 bonds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this one has 2 already. 1, 2. So I'll add 3, 4. This one has 1. So I'll add 3 more. 1, 2, 3. And this is a propane. Now the fourth, a compound with 4 carbon will be what? A but. And you add ane, it becomes what? Butane. So you're going to have 4 carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this one has 1 bond. So you have 1, 2, 3. The 4 bond of carbon is maintained. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maintain. This one has 2 already. So you add 2 more. 1, 2. This one has 1. So you add 3 more. Make sure you are maintaining the 4 bonds for carbon per time. It should not be more, it should not be less. And that is what? This is your butane. And so if you have 5 carbon, it's pentane, hexane, heptane, octane, nonane, decane for 10 carbon, and like that. Now, let's look at the alkane series. The alkenes rather. The alkane series. Alkenes. Now, alkene series are characterized by the presence of double bond. So one carbon atom cannot have double bond with itself. So the first member of that series starts with what? 2 carbon. So the first member is going to be X, and you replace the ANE here with what? ENE. So it's carbon, carbon, double bond. Now this one has 2 bonds, so you need 2 more. So you're going to have 1 hydrogen here, 1 hydrogen here, 1 hydrogen here, 1 hydrogen here. 3 carbon, propene, the prop, and you add an in. So you're going to have 1, 2, 3. So now, saturated with hydrogen, this one has 1 bond. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. This one has 1, 2, 3 bonds. So it's going to be only 1 hydrogen. This one has 2 bonds. So you have 1, 2. Remember, at all times, carbon must have what? 4 bonds. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the structure for what? Propene. The fourth member is a but. You add your in because butene have 1, 2, 3, 4. Double bond. So here you have 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Only 1 hydrogen. 1, 2. You add 2 to make it 4. 1. So you add 3. Let's the 5 carbon compound, pentene. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So double bond. That's what makes it a pentene. So here we'll have 2, 2. 1, 2, 3. I'll add 1. 1, 2. Needs 2 hydrogen to be saturated. 1, 2. Needs 2 hydrogen. 1. So needs 3 hydrogen. 2, 3. Let's look at the alkyne series. How to name the alkynes. How to name the alkynes. Now, in naming the alkynes, you don't replace, you don't add "-ine" to these names. And the alkynes is characterized by the presence of what? Triple bond, carbon-carbon, triple bond. So, for the first member can only start from 2 carbon. So the first member is ethyne. I'll have 1, 2, 3. Now, this carbon has 3 bonds. 1, 2, 3. So it needs 1 more hydrogen. I'll add 1 hydrogen. 1, 2, 3. This carbon has 3 bonds. It needs 1 more hydrogen. So I'll add 1 hydrogen. And it is what? Saturated. Second member, 3 carbon atom, propyne. propine, I'll write the structure for propine as 1, 2, 3. Triple bond, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. This is a triple bond. So now this needs one hydrogen to attain tetravalency. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one does not need any hydrogen again. 1. This one needs 3 hydrogen to be saturated. So like that, 4 with butane, 5 carbon compound will be 1 pentyne, hexyne, heptyne, and so on.
Cool.
Now let's look at how to name organic compounds with different functional groups. How to name them with different functional group. 1, if the functional group is OH, we'll call it O. So for instance, if we have your methane, if one hydrogen is substituted and you have OH attached. Now, instead of calling it methane now, we are still going to call it methane, but because the OH a hydrogen have been substituted by OH, you now call it what? Methanol. Let's say your ethane, H3, if one hydrogen is substituted with an OH, now you're going to call it ethane. Because of the OH now, remember we said the name of OH is what? O. You add your O, it becomes what? Ethanol. Now, let's look at carboxylic acids or alkanoic acids. Alkanoic acid. In naming alkanoic acid, you replace the E in the alkanes with what? Oic, O-I-N-C. So it's just like alkane. They replace the E here with what? O-I-C to become oic. So replace the E here with oic to call it what? An alkane. So, for example, if the alkanoic acid is a 1 carbon compound, okay, this is the functional group for alkanoic acids. C double bonded to O, bonded to OH. So if it is a single carbon compound, OH, double bonded O, 1, 2, 3. You know, carbon will always maintain the tetravalency. You call this what? Metanoic acid. Let's say it is a 2 carbon compound, OH, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. You call it ethane. No, because it's a 2 carbon compound. Now you add your oic acid. So that is how to name alkanoic acids. Now let's look at alkanes. The functional group in alkanes is what? A carbon double bonded to O, double bonded to oxygen and a hydrogen attached. Now, so you simply replace the E in alkane with what? Al. So how do we name them? Let's say it's a single carbon compound, 1, double bonded to O, hydrogen. One, two. Yeah, double bonded to O, hydrogen. Then you have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the difference between alkanes and the alkanoic acid is just the H here does not have an O. Here is a hydroxy group, while here is just hydrogen atom. So now the carbon is saturated, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you call this methane. And what is substituted is the R, so you call it methanol. What if it's a 2 carbon compound? A 2 carbon compound, you have 1, 2 with the anal group, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll saturate this carbon. So now I'm going to call it ethane. Because this is pressure, you call it ethanol. Alright, now we just finished the alkanes. Let's look at the alkanones. The functional group is what? C double bonded to O. So in the alkanone series, you have C. If it's a single compound, O. 1, 2, 3. So you call it methanone. Replace the E in the alkane with what? On. If it's a double carbon compound, there's hydrogen, hydrogen, hydrogen. Alright. Please, the number of bonds are more than 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think this is correct now. Alright, now 2 carbon compounds. We have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'm adding too much hydrogen. Yeah, this is the functional group. So this is going to be ethanol. What if it's a 3 carbon compound? We have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Remember 1, 2, 3, 4. You must maintain the tetravalence of carbon by carbon having 4 bonds. So this is going to be propanone. So this is different functional groups and how to name them.
Go.
So this is how to name different organic compounds basically. We'll be looking at more detailed system of naming in the next lecture. But if it's your first time of visiting this channel, click on the subscribe button and in the notification bell so that when you have new updates, you get notification immediately. And do not forget to like. Leave your questions or suggestions or contribution in the comment section. Thank you.